What are you finding here, Aaron?
You know what? I'm just kind of looking up here again, the latest from the U.S. Oh, here we go. Finally, they have information that just came in.
Fantastic.
This is from the U.S. Geological Survey. A 3.8 magnitude earthquake, 2 kilometers, so about 1.5 mile east-northeast of West Seneca, New York. So they just posted that when I just hit refresh right now.
Okay.
So Canada saying 4.2.
Okay.
U.S. saying 3.8
okay.
magnitude with a depth of about 3 kilometers. So again, that's about 2 miles. So right near West Seneca, as 2 kilometers east-northeast of West Seneca, New York. The interactive map, it says, did you feel it? So we're looking that up right now. They just posted it when I hit the refresh button.
Okay,
right
so
there.
You're learning this information as we are
I'm
right
reading
now.
it as you're seeing it.
Yes.
Yeah. So we have 4.2 from Canada, 3.8 rather measured in the U.S. with the center there right near West Seneca.
Okay, so we have another caller on with us right now, Denise from Strikersville. Denise, thank you for giving us a call. What was your experience this morning? Where were you when you felt this? Do we have Denise with us?
Ouch.
Hi,
Yes,
good morning,
hello.
Denise. Tell us what you experienced.
I just let my son on the bus, and then I sat down, and my whole house, it just felt like someone banged on the side of it. It shook, startled me, and then I just went and looked outside, turned the lights on, and then I didn't see anything, obviously. And then I'm watching you in your live reaction to it as well. I'm like, okay, it's not just me. I'm not crazy.
I know. I felt like I had one of those. I mean, we really thought something happened in our building, you know?
Yeah.
So, Denise, you're in Strikersville, so that's in Wyoming County.
Yeah.
This we're seeing now, the area where it hit, and Aaron was just looking up and seeing this from the USGS saying that it was this 3.8 magnitude earthquake really close to West Seneca, and you felt it all the way over in Wyoming County.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, so,
Yeah.
and you were awake at the time.
Oh, yeah, I was awake.
Yeah. And did
my
you?
son just got on the bus for high school, so
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Wow. Well, thank you. Now we're learning. I mean, Wyoming County is probably about the furthest away that we've heard. People have been feeling it. So thank you so much for calling in and sharing your story, Denise. We really appreciate it.
One report I did see.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lewiston said someone didn't feel it there.
Okay.
So maybe it did not feel it that far, but we're feeling it just about everywhere else here in Western New
I
York.
had a friend in Niagara Falls who sent me a message and said, "What was that?" And I said, "It has to have been an earthquake," as
Let's
we were
see.
still learning more information
We're looking
about
right
it.
now. This is pretty fascinating. You can go on their website near West Seneca, and looks like right near Knox Park, Mineral Springs Road.
Okay.
Looks like that's where Indian Church Road, that corner right there.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, perfect.
Very good.
Yeah, doing the same thing on set. They're doing it right there. So you'll see the dot where they have it. So right near 2 kilometers east-northeast of West Seneca with a magnitude 3.8 on the Richter scale.
Now, I just got a message from Lynn, who's in Fort Erie. She says, "Katie, it woke me up here in Fort Erie. I've experienced this in the area before. Wow, my whole house shook and the roar woke me." Susan says, "Katie, it was awful. I'm in Cheektowaga. It was so loud it knocked the power out in my bathroom. I am still shaking." Barb says she felt it in Kenmore.
Here's one from Jill in West Seneca. House shook so bad it felt like an explosion, which makes sense now that we know that the center was right near West Seneca this morning. So,
and I see Dennis says in Riverside too, his whole neighborhood shook.
Aaron, I thought the whole neighborhood shook in Riverside. I thought a truck hit the house.
Right.
That is so crazy. Here's one. Melissa says, thought a car hit her house. Snyder near the airport thought a plane was 10 feet above the house for about 3 to 5 seconds.
We have another viewer. Jenna, would you tell me again? Sandy from the town of Tonawanda is with us right now. Sandy, hi, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. Thank you for calling in. Tell us what you experienced this morning when this happened.
Well, I felt at the same time you felt. I was sitting on the couch watching you, and the house shook really bad, and my couch actually moved. It was like kind of sliding. So I was a little panicked. I wasn't quite sure what was going on. So thankfully you had felt it too, so I thought maybe something was up. But it was interesting because I don't think I've ever felt an earthquake before. So it lasted about a good 10 seconds.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I know. We felt so when that actually happened. We were just coming out of weather and coming over to me, and I thought, you know what? I think you probably saw that I was so startled by it. I had to acknowledge it because I thought, oh my gosh, did a crash just happen outside
Well, we
the
definitely
building?
had to acknowledge it because the whole building shook, and then all of a sudden, phone's going ding, ding,
Yeah.
ding, ding. Your
Yeah.
phone's going crazy.
Oh my
and
goodness.
looking at social media, hey, it just posted, hey, the whole station just shook. Did you feel it?
Yeah.
And I've gotten about 100 messages from people all over Western New York. Again, now we're at 3.8 magnitude earthquake in Western New York. That's from the U.S. Geological
Right.
Survey. In Canada, they measured a 4.2. Bottom line, that is a strong earthquake for this area.
Well, you were saying that in Town of Tonawanda, your couch moved when this happened. Oh, we don't have her anymore.
okay.
Well, thank you. Thanks so much for calling in. She was saying, that she felt her whole couch actually move as this was happening.
Yeah, Rhonda just said the whole house shook. Cheektowaga felt it. East Aurora felt like an explosion. Now, East Aurora, West Seneca, those areas and the South Towns probably felt it the most.
Right.
Since that's where it looks like, I keep wanting to say center of circulation, but that's where it looks like the earthquake was centered.
So here's someone else. Melly lives in the West Seneca area. Here in West Seneca, she's at work, or excuse me, she works in the West Seneca area. There were two huge rumbles. My heart was racing. I thought a truck hit the building. Terrifying to feel that. I keep hearing small crackles since. My son was home in South Buffalo, sound asleep, woke up very scared, said the whole house shook, and his figures rattled off the shelf and his TV shook. Now, Linda in Brant tells me she did not feel anything.
Really?
Okay, and we're going to pull up a tweet right now from West Seneca Police. Well, good morning, everyone. Just your usual Buffalo morning earthquake back to back. Okay, this police department.
And they're very funny.
They are very funny.
Yeah.
And they are always on top of everything. So we appreciate that. You can see a lot of people retweeting that and quote tweeting it as it's actually happening. Just got a message from Daniel. He did not feel it in Stockton, so further in the Southern Tier area.
Okay,
we did not feel that earthquake. Okay, we've got another viewer with us right now, Alberta from Silver Creek. Good morning. Thanks for calling in. What did you feel in Silver Creek?
Hi, good morning. I was sitting in my chair, and the cats and the dogs kind of went a little crazy.
Yeah.
And then my lamp next to me, it was just like a light vibration was shaking.
Oh, wow. Okay, so did you hear a boom or anything, or was it really just more the vibrations there?
It's just more the vibration.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Well, thank you for calling in. I mean, this is, I have worked in this market for since 2009, and we had a smaller earthquake closer to that time.
We've had a couple of small ones. A couple times I've been sitting in the house going, I think the house just shook a little.
Yes, I do
and then
remember
you look
that.
and you're like, oh, it's a 1 point something
Exactly.
near Batavia.
Exactly.
But a 3.8, I don't know offhand the strongest ones that we've had reported, but we'll get to the bottom of that as the day moves along. It really gives you a perspective of how strong these are when we're talking about Turkey right now with a 7.8 and 3.8 shook just about all of Western New York.
Alberta, are you still with us this morning? Is she still with us this morning? No. She just hung up. Okay, well, thank you so much for calling in. If you experienced this earthquake as well, do us a favor and call in, because we'd love to hear everybody's experiences. Again, I want to give you that number to call in right now, 644-9840, and we are getting a number of emails about this as well. Let's see here. I just got an email from someone. Hi, I live in Fort Erie. Woke us up out of a sound sleep. Sounded like a roar. Shook the whole house. Super creepy and scary. Thought it was an explosion. Sharon says, I'm in Amherst. It felt like agitation from a washing machine when it's unbalanced. Lasted about 4 seconds. Oh, and Sarah says, good morning. Medina felt it.
Okay, Medina felt it. Paul says he was in bed. Bed lifted up and shook near Frontier Middle School in Hamburg. Makes sense. Closer to West Seneca, you probably feel more of it. A lot of people rolling ground. Shake went right through the house. Walls and ceiling creak. Could feel it from west to east.
Okay.
My daughter felt rumbling in the car. Michael Schwartz said it woke him up.
Yeah, right. Michael Schwartz lives in the downtown area. Okay, we have another caller with us right now, Delaney from East Buffalo. Hi, Delaney. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good, good. Thank you for calling in. What did you experience when this happened this morning?
The east side.
Yeah,
And I was asleep, and I felt a big bang.
that is exactly what we experienced here. So then how long did that last, or did it wake you up out of a sound sleep?
And I didn't know what it was, and it waked me and my neighbor up.
Yeah, and so were people out walking around kind of trying to figure it out?
Yes, it did.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, a lot of people seem to be outside kind of looking, checking for damage.
Because you're
perhaps.
thinking, did a car crash? Did something happen? Delaney, let me ask you, have you lived in Western New York for a long time?
Yes.
Have you ever experienced something like this before?
No.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think this was a first for a lot of us.
Yes.
Something that a lot of us would, like I said, I remember a couple times.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm sorry, what were you going to say?
oh,
Delaney, did we lose
Yes.
you?
Yes.
Yeah, so you've never experienced anything like this before?
No. This is my first time, and I was very scared.
You know what? Honestly, I was too, because
Yeah.
I just felt, you feel kind of that like in your chest when you feel something like this. And, but then as we started seeing that everybody else was feeling it too, obviously it was a bigger thing than we thought, maybe a car crash outside, as we were saying. Well, Delaney, thank you so much for calling in. We appreciate it. If you have a call or you want to give us a call and let us know what happened, please do. The number is 644-9840. You can see it right there on the bottom of your screen.
Yes.
So give us a call and let us know what you felt and where you were.
Reports from Derby, they felt it near the airport. A lot of people felt near the airport. They thought maybe a plane was really close to their house or something like that. So that's in Lackawanna, heard a really loud boom and the house shook. Just some really fascinating reports this morning, Niagara Falls. So it looks like the 3.8 magnitude earthquake near West Seneca this morning, according to the U.S. Geological Survey.
Okay.
We actually had the ability to zoom right in, and you could see near Mineral Springs Road and Indian Church Road by Knox Park.
Okay.
That's where it looks like the earthquake occurred, about 3 kilometers depth.
So while our producers take a look at that on the map, I want to bring in Sylvia from Cheektowaga, who also called in to share her experience. Sylvia, good morning. Thanks for calling.
Good morning.
Okay, tell me what you experienced.
I was just getting up, and all of a sudden I heard this loud boom. It was almost like an explosion. And I live near the airport, so you're wondering, did a plane crash?
Right.
So I ran to the window, and I saw nothing. Scared my cats. Cat's still hiding. And the shaking wasn't so bad. It was just that unbelievable boom, that crashing noise.
Yeah, it really was. Now, have you lived in Western New York a long time, and have you ever experienced something like this?
Nothing like this. Yes, I've been here my whole life.
Yeah, and so in Cheektowaga, you were feeling it this morning. Did it shake your house?
A little bit, yes.
Yeah. It shook the building. And, I've got the desk in front of me, so I had my hands down on it, and I actually felt the desk shaking. And I think that's probably what scared me the most, or kind of startled me the most, because you realize it wasn't just a sound, you felt the shake. Sylvia, thank you so much for calling in. We appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.
All right, very good.
If you slept through it, you're one of the few. It seems like everybody's awake, and they're logging right on to social media and letting us know. One of my neighbors
And what
thought
a way to
that,
wake up, right?
my neighbor Jeff thought a snowplow crashed into the house,
Right.
but looked out the window, there was no snow, so they were feeling it there. And this one, it's from Mary. The entire city shook. We were in Riverside. They were watching Channel 7, waiting for the grandkids' bus to come, and noticed that Katie felt it too. So yeah, we felt it right along with you. It was crazy.
Let me read you this message that I just got from Brittany. Hi, I was driving just past the 198. I felt my car not be able to stay straight for a few seconds. Her husband asked if she was okay or falling asleep. I was fine, but I was just confused. I had no idea until one of my friends called me a few minutes later that she felt it while she was driving. Okay, and you also mentioned we have, I'm sorry, Jenna, who is with us now? Jenna?
Hello.
Okay, Leslie is calling in from Buffalo right now. Hi, Leslie. Good morning. Thanks for calling.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. So tell me, where are you? What area are you? And what did you feel?
I am near Canisius College,
Uh-huh.
and I just I thought something had run into the house.
Same thing. We thought the exact same thing. Yeah, so what happened?
It was just a loud bang, a very loud bang, and
Yeah. And
it was
are you
scary. And I ran outside. I thought something had run into the house, and I was like, "Oh no, the house is messed up."
right? Yes.
Yeah, that's like your biggest fear. Oh no, someone just hit my house with
Right.
something.
Right. And then other neighbors were outside, and they were saying, "Did you hear that?"
Right.
So,
Yeah. Very similar experience here where we were all walking around the building, or people who could walk around the building were trying to figure it out. Have you lived in Buffalo for a long time?
Yeah, all
Have
my
you-
life.
And have you experienced something like this before?
Never.
Have you ever felt an earthquake here before?
No, and when my neighbor's daughter called from Cheektowaga, she said that pictures fell off their wall,
Oh my goodness.
so we knew it was something big.
Yeah, absolutely. Because people were initially worried, was there an explosion? What could have happened that we were all feeling this? So now we know it's a 3.8 magnitude earthquake that hit in the West Seneca area. Leslie, thank you so much for calling in. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
You have a good day. Yeah. And call in, share your story with us, 644-9840.
This is pretty fascinating, Katie. This is from the USGS website.
Okay.
And you could see kind of where people have felt it.
Okay, so I'm going to have our producers pull that up. It's the USGS website.
There's an interactive map when you see it when you click on the Buffalo earthquake, and just feeling it even up in the north towns as far away as Rochester, toward Toronto, even parts of the southern tier. Although we are getting some reports that people did not feel it further east and further south, but certainly in the city and certainly in the south towns, you felt the shake this morning.
Yeah.
And there's a view. It's pretty fascinating to read through and follow if you want to look at that USGS site. And once the dust settles here, we can get an update a lot on WKBW.com.
So our producers,
we're getting a lot of great info from our folks on social media.
And our producers are going to keep trying to find that. It's a map. It almost has like a bullseye shape on it to our producer Jenna. So if you do
Jenna,
see it,
when you click on the USGS site, it'll show you an interactive map. Big thing says 3.8 magnitude, 2 kilometers east-northeast of West Seneca, New York.
And then when you get that interactive map, you can actually see where that epicenter is. There it is, Jenna. And you zoom in a little bit, you can see the actual epicenter, and then you see kind of the ring. So, Aaron, as we're hearing from the people who are closest to it, they really felt it the most. And then some people who are a little further away, right?
Fascinating, thing to check out today. I'm sure it's going to be. Oh, sorry, Jenna's got something for us.
Yeah, no, I wanted Bernadine from Buffalo. I just wanted to hear the name of the viewer that we have with us again. Bernadine, good morning.
Yes, good morning. I live on Delaware Avenue, and I live on the 17th floor of the Delaware Towers. And I was actually up in my bathroom brushing my teeth, and I thought the floor was going out from underneath me.
Right.
It was very large noises, and my condo was shaking, and I thought for sure I was going down.
Oh my goodness, that is so scary.
Be scary.
What a place to experience something like that. Now, are you from Western New York? Have you ever felt anything like this before?
1 minute.
No, that is, what a really scary thing to have happen, absolutely. So we want to thank you so much for calling in and sharing your story to everyone who did that. We are going to stay on top of this for you, of course, throughout the morning.